Hey everyone, I hate unscripted intros, but I have to do this because you haven't been to our website, wearerhonda.com, where you can listen to us. I'm in the intro.
This week on We Are Rhonda, we discuss Adam Rippon and Dad Ass, pearl parties, and hot air ballooning. Last week, we helped Ryan, who left us this warm message.
The time for those fraternity party pictures is over. If you want to keep them, print them out and have an old-fashioned printed photo album.
Thanks, Ryan. Welcome to episode 12, The Touch Hole.
Hello and welcome to this episode of We Are Rhonda. I'm Rhonda.
I'm Rhonda.
I'm Rhonda.
And we're coming to you this week from Courtney's Quirky Cork and Canvas, Wine and Paint. I don't even know what it is. I didn't even...
I'm surprised that anyone could say that right the first time, Donald. I'm really impressed.
I couldn't even read the sign out front.
I can't even read.
We're just going to sit back and relax and have a few sips on some few wines, and I don't know, I don't really feel like painting. Back off, Courtney. We're just here to drink.
But it's kind of nice to watch all of these similar paintings come together.
Yeah, I guess, but not very original.
No.
Yeah. What if we paint ourselves?
I'll paint you, Eli. You paint Donald.
Okay.
Donald paints me, but not on the canvas.
Oh my god, we can do face painting.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, I'll paint you.
Okay.
You paint Donald. And Donald can paint me.
Courtney's getting a little pushy. I don't really feel like following many of her instructions.
No. Can I tell you something that happened today at work?
Yes, please. How was your week?
This just happened an hour ago. So this girl in the cubicle next to me did a hiccup burp, and I wasn't really paying attention, but I definitely heard it. She said, "Oh, excuse me." And I said, "You're welcome." And then I was like, oh no. I didn't correct myself. I just shuffled some papers and picked up the phone receiver and then slammed it down, just making noise.
Shuffle, shuffle, phone, click.
Shuffle, shuffle. Oh no, I was on the phone. I hung up.
Okay, so you say bless you, they say thank you, you say you're welcome, and what do? Are they gonna get all fussy about you responding to their thank you?
I'm uncomfortable when people bless me. I never say bless you, and I feel bad about that because everyone else says bless you.
I don't say bless you either.
Do you say gesundheit?
I just feel like I'm a lie if I say bless you because I don't believe in that.
What about bless up?
Bless up, fam.
You both take something so literally.
No, I'm like Amelia Bedelia. Everything is literal to me. Draw the curtains. Okay, let me get my sketch pad out.
So instead of saying bless you, say bless up. Bless up to the highest.
But honestly, a sneeze is one of the only times where you're allowed to be as loud as you humanly can be. You can make the loudest noise, and I think you should take advantage of it. You can feel a sneeze coming, too. It doesn't just come out of nowhere. So you should just let it all out.
But
nobody can yell at you, otherwise they're a jerk.
What about when you're pregnant?
Well, you got to be careful if you're carrying a child.
Not when you're pregnant. When you're giving birth, that is also another situation where you could be even louder.
There's two moments where you can be as loud as you want. One is when you sneeze. The other is when you give birth. And you can also shit on the bed.
You can. There's no rules when you're giving birth.
How does this happen?
Well, you're pushing so hard, and you can't push your uterus. You just push your everything. They're just push. All you know how to do is push a turd out, and so that's how you push.
I'm doing it myself. It's kind of hard.
Yeah, you can't.
I want everyone listening to this podcast to clench their buttholes and then push.
Try to push everything but your butt.
Yeah. But also, try not making a weird face. I can't imagine, any force being applied to anything that was on the front of my pelvis.
If your belly button pops out.
Oh, don't say that. I hate belly buttons. Oh, my stomach hurts. Oh, please stop.
If you cover your ears and your nose and your mouth and you blow, your belly button.
Stop. Oh, I have the weirdest tension in my stomach right now.
That's why you have to let it out when you sneeze. Do you remember that woman who could pop her eyes out of her head?
Yes, I hated her.
Do you think her eyes popped out when she was giving birth?
Oh, God. That was the first time it happened. And she's like, oh, dang, that's Guinness worthy.
Or when she sneezes.
Oh,
that
please,
sounds awful.
I hate that so much. Oh.
Did you hate that our grandma used to call tortellini belly buttons?
Belly buttons? Yeah, that disturbed me a lot as a child.
And she would also call gnocchi yonks.
I fucking love gnocchi.
Do you like yonks, though?
I've never had I made the first gnocchi I've ever had was gnocchi I made myself.
Nice.
So I don't think I've had anything good, is what I'm saying. Michelle, what do you think of that scene in The Matrix when that spider crawls into Neo's belly button?
Stop. Are you kidding me? I've never seen The Matrix. I'm never seeing it now. No, thank you for telling me that exists because that's on my to-watch list. But I will never watch it now, thank you. Donald, will you paint my face to look like a snail's face?
Yes. Like the eyeballs sticking up on tendrils. And
I want to look like a snail.
but your mouth is your mouth.
Mm-hmm. My mouth is my mouth. My brother Andy left us this message. Andy is host of Cold Ones, a podcast about two men and their tiny dicks.
That starts such a good rivalry.
I don't think I want to talk about my brother's dick anymore. Let's play his message.
All right, here it is.
Hi, Rhonda. This is Andy. It's your brother, or your cousin, or your second-hand acquaintance, I guess.
That's you, Eli.
And I need some advice from you, Rhonda. Actually, before I get to that, I have a correction to make. In episode 9, All-American Slammer, I Hardly All-American Knew Her.
Shut up, Andy.
Michelle claims that the word chonk is a fake word that was made up by our mother. However, Merriam-Webster Dictionary.com defines chonk as a transitive verb meaning to chew energetically.
Yeah, Andy, if it's spelled C-H-A-N-K, Mom spelled it
Anyway, my
C-H-O-N-K.
question, how do I leave everyone who knows me behind and start a new life in South or Central America? I feel like this is something that's been weighing on my mind for a while. I'd also like to keep my credit score, if that's possible, because I just got back to good, and that was a big deal. Thanks in advance for all your help, and goodbye.
So it sounds like my brother, hates me. Okay. When you're moving permanently to another country, I think you can actually leave America without a passport, but you can't get back in.
Yeah, what you do is you go to the customs terminal, you declare "Suck it, America," and then drop all forms of identification and kick them under the machines so they can't identify you.
Because they can't reach under there.
Their hands are too big.
So, yeah, so once you get rid of all your identification, who are you even anymore? I think at that point you can just kind of be whoever you want. Are you eating a cheese log right now? What is that?
I got a bunch of communion wafers.
Oh, nice. I've eaten those with you before.
Yeah, they're really good. They taste like nothing.
They taste like styrofoam, which I really like.
Is styrofoam toxic? I don't think it is.
I don't know. I've eaten a lot of packing peanuts.
Like, did you know that glitter is non-toxic but non-digestible? So, like, you can eat glitter, but it's just like eating tiny bits of plastic.
And your colonoscopy will be like a disco.
It'll be beautiful. You'll get so many compliments.
Great rectum.
That is gorgeous. What are you doing? Can I ask you about your diet? That's beautiful.
Proctologists hate him. And celebrate him.
Okay, so how do we answer Andy's question? What would you guys do if you wanted to just leave your family and your sister behind?
Do you know Spanish? Also, this is a good way of sort of predicting who in your family is about to just drop everything and renounce their citizenship. Signs are, do they have Duolingo on their phone and are they practicing it?
I know for a fact he took at least 3 years of Spanish, but I mean, it was required. I think it was like 2 years required, but he went for the extra 3, at least, maybe even 4. I don't know. Maybe he's been planning this since high school.
It does sound like it's been brewing for a while.
Andy, if you're listening, take me with you. I'm ready to leave too.
Do they have a sombrero collection?
He does not, but I think that'd be too obvious.
Do they sing La Cucaracha in their sleep?
Oh my God. Yes, actually. He used to sing a lot in his sleep, but actually, yes. The one thing that I remember most, we had neighboring rooms, and so I would hear him talk in his sleep all the time, and it was the creepiest thing ever. And I do remember specifically one night he was singing the Oscar Mayer Wiener song in his sleep. And then the next day we went to this place in town called Sugar Shack, and there was a Oscar Mayer Wiener mobile plushie in the crane machine.
Holy shit.
And we needed it because I had just told him that I heard him singing that song in his sleep the night before. And so we were trying so hard to get this Oscar Mayer Wiener thing that the owner of the place saw that we were struggling and just took the lid off the crane machine and grabbed 2 Oscar Mayer Wiener plushies out and gave them to us.
That's actually a creepy story.
Yeah, I know. It was really cool, though, and I'm pretty sure I still have my Oscar Mayer Wiener plushie. Andy, let me know if you have yours. If you do, it means that we're going to Costa Rica together forever.
I think an easy way to do this is just to take up hot air ballooning.
Oh my God. I'm obsessed with hot air ballooning. Oh God. I cannot get into hot air ballooning.
Get caught in a wild updraft that takes you away, just like the wizard at the end of The Wizard of Oz. He's like, oh, I can't.
That's definitely the best way to go.
There's nothing I can do.
I have to talk about hot air ballooning real quick. I think it was like the 60s or maybe the 30s. It doesn't matter. It was a long, long time ago when hot air balloons were created. People thought that hot air ballooning was going to be the next biggest means of travel. They re-established cities to accept hot air balloon landings. But the thing about hot air balloons is that you can really only travel one direction, and that's wherever the wind is going. If we had to hot air balloon into work, and it's like, I have to call my boss because the wind isn't going towards work today. Hey, George, I'm going to be late. I drifted 80 miles in the wrong direction this morning. I'm going to have to stick around here until the wind picks up towards you.
That is such a cute future that I wish we hadn't avoided.
We kind of went there with blimps, and then New York City was like ready to have like skyways, right?
You can kind of steer blimps though. Like blimps have propellers. Hot air balloons are just a sack of air and a basket for people.
The Empire State Building has a Zeppelin dock. That's what the spire is meant for. It's meant to park a huge Nazi airship.
I love that so much.
So if you're late for work, do you call like a balloon Uber?
Baloober. Baby baloober in the deep blue sky. Swims so wild and it flies so high.
Can I tell you how many times I get that entire song stuck in my head? I'm like, baby beluga, baby beluga, baby beluga.
Oh, baby beluga.
Baby beluga. And it doesn't stop.
I sing it a lot too.
Yeah.
That's a bad one to get stuck in your head.
There would still be Lyft.
It would literal. That's just what it would be called.
Lift.
Hey, can I get a lift? Do you think that's where that phrase came from? Back when balloon travel was the thing. You think you can give me a lift? Oh, yeah, where you headed? I don't know. Just wherever it goes, I guess. Every time.
Up. Yeah, I think the answer is hot air balloon, because if you don't really care where you're going.
I think that's a really good answer for anyone who's just kind of like, you know what? I'm done here. I think I'm just gonna go into the sky and see where it takes me.
If your brother has really big feet,
which he does,
he can take the option that I would take, which is gliding across the water with a blanket held in front of you with 50-mile-per-hour winds dragging you, skipping across the water. See, but you wouldn't be in the water. You'd be skipping on top of it.
He's afraid of what's in the water.
I am too, but I'm not in the water. I'm skipping on top of it.
Then he would be screaming the whole way.
Yeah, he'd just be screaming. It'd be the most fun thing he's ever done, but he would be terrified.
Oh my God, what if we go together? Like one of us has one leg up and then the other one has the other leg up and we're just holding hands and then one hand holding the blanket.
He would do that.
Like,
yeah, I think he'd be into that.
It's like all the way.
I think if he had someone with him, I think he'd be better. So yeah. Yeah. My advice is don't leave me, Andy.
Who's Mandy?
Me, Andy. Me, Andy.
Yeah, think of all the things that you'll be giving up, like
your sister, who you always have a great time with. I mean, your debt follows you everywhere.
Or lack thereof, because if he has a really good credit score.
He doesn't have a really good credit score. It was upgraded recently.
Good. Okay.
Good.
It's like poor, fair, good. He's only on step 3. And then there's very good and then there's excellent. He still has 2 steps to go. I used to work in home mortgage.
Oh, wow.
I was a home mortgage consultant at Wells Fargo. Fucking crooks.
Why specifically is it 740?
Because that's the best bracket you can get yourself into. You always aim for 740. If you ain't got 740, you ain't got shit. I only date guys over 740.
740, make me horny.
Oh boy.
Should we go on to another question?
Yeah, I feel like there's probably more to that to answer, but
yeah, don't leave.
He's not not going to leave. I'm not worried. He's not leaving. He has a girlfriend that is wonderful. She's like my favorite person in the world. He wouldn't do that to me.
And 2 cats.
Well, I mean, if he left, I'd still have his girlfriend. We're basically dating, like me and her. I don't know if she listens to us, but I'm just going to talk about her real quick because she makes really good desserts and she's just the most amazing person that Andy does not deserve. And I hope he knows that. I hope he treats her with the utmost respect all the time, even when I'm not watching.
I don't want you to leave because I like listening to Cold Ones, the podcast about men with micro penises.
Feel better about your dick size. Listen to Cold Ones. Okay, play the next voice message. Get me out of this hell.
All right, here we go.
If you could make a Jurassic Park out of any animal you want, what kind of animal would it be?
Who is that? I love his voice.
What kind of animal would it be?
What kind of animal would it be? I want starfish. Think about how cute a whole park of starfish crawling across the ground would be.
My favorite segment of the zoo is the touch pool. When my mom was a kid, her and her classmates, instead of calling each other like jerk or butthead, they called each other touch hole.
What?
I don't know. She's a lady from the hills of Vermont. She's a hill person, but they called each other touch holes. You touch hole.
Okay, so I changed my mind. I want a Jurassic Park full of clones of Adam Rippon just saying random shit that people just clap at from outside of the window. This is the first time that anyone's ever seen a gay man alive. So I just want Adam Rippon in like a glass tank and like, yes, queen. He's like, and then he's just talking about
yeah,
and everyone's like, ooh. And then you know the scene in Jurassic Park when they lowered like the cow over the forest and you can't see the Tyrannosaurus Rex inside the cage.
That's the raptor cage.
Okay, so in this case, the cow is just like a big burly top looking man that's getting lowered into the cage.
And then all the trees start shaking.
The trees are shuffling. And if we go to like the new Jurassic Park movie, they're like, why can't we see him? Because he has a cloak.
He's adapted to his environment. He blends in.
We've bred him specifically to be the strongest predator. He's the strongest bottom in the city.
Maybe instead of a burly top being lowered in, we just lower in whatever it is that we want his opinion on, and it just goes down out of sight, and he either goes, yes, or like, no.
No.
You're out.
Just raise it up.
You're in.
Raise it up.
And then the audience of this is, yes.
Like, we should like this too.
Oh, I agree.
You get like Ellen DeGeneres lowered in there and she's like, yes. And you get Conan lowered in there. No.
No one says no to Conan. Are you kidding me?
Oh, apparently Adam Rippon did.
My answer to this question is I would have a hands-on tide pool with starfish, with anemones, with another tank full of those little sharks and the stingrays that you can touch on and the horseshoe crabs. Just a tank of those that you can feel up. And it's like just a whole zoo just full of animals, sea animals that you can touch. And my park would be called the Touch Hole.
The entire park is just a 3-foot wading pool where you can just walk around and touch the animals that are swimming below your feet.
That's a really good idea, yeah.
Michelle,
I like that.
The Jurassic Park is sort of characterized by things science can but shouldn't have done. So
Adam Rippon.
So could the stingrays be crossbred with
alligators?
Jeff Goldblum.
Shit!
And they can be swimming around going like, Oh.
They're fashionable starfish, but they're also hot.
Life finds a way.
I would be so uncomfortable by that park if there was a bunch of fish just swimming by going, oh God.
Yeah. I can definitely get Jeff Goldblum on board with us, too. All we need is a couple cheek cells. All I need is a little mouth swab. A stingray that can climb trees faster than a bear can. But it still has no legs. It just flaps up the tree. A pterodactyl, but it's water-bound, so it's just flapping through water.
That is just a stingray, though, right?
But it's like evil.
But
see,
evil.
The stingrays now fly. God creates dinosaurs. God destroys dinosaurs. God creates man. Man destroys God. Man creates dinosaurs.
Whoa.
Dinosaurs create man.
That's the missing link. So my island would be full of just
ass.
Just full of ass.
Full of just a new species of ass.
The juiciest variety.
Just Cake Island.
Ooh. That would draw so many people in, maybe for the wrong reasons.
People will be rating us so low.
I don't know. I think once they get there and see, they'd be pleased.
They will come back.
A Westworld for ass.
Westworld for ass. Ass World. West ass.
Yeah.
West ass.
How about a Jurassic Park of Adam Rippon ass clones?
But they all talk like Adam Rippon.
Right. And they smirk.
Except it's just his ass. It's just his ass.
That's such a weird answer. I'm so dissatisfied with our answer, with my answer.
Anyway. I like my answer.
Think of something science hasn't touched
on.
The
world is your oyster. Oyster Island. And instead of pearls, it's just more oysters. And then inside those little oysters
are pearls.
More oysters.
Okay, QVC Island.
I would go there.
We are going on hour 3 of the pearl auction. This is a pearl, I swear to God. It's not a fake.
You see me driving by in one of those Jurassic Park cars,
Number 801-635. Call in. We have 1,000 left. We have here Suzanne from Vermont. Suzanne, you just recently purchased one of these, right? What do you do with yours?
Oh, I thought it was great that you just sent the whole oyster and I had to dig the pearl out myself.
That's one of the wonderful things about this brand of oysters is they're fully organic. They come with a knife, a little prying tool to get the thing open. What else did you notice about it?
Oh, I just love the color of the oyster.
Suzanne, you're drunk, aren't you?
Oh, no.
You can tell us.
It's beautiful.
It's just your friends at QVC.
Oh, I took that oyster and I put it on a chain I'm wearing around my neck right now. It smells so bad.
So Suzanne is a jeweler. I'm looking on my paper, my sheet here.
Oh, you know I am. How'd you know that?
Oh, I have it on my sheet.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my stars. You know more about me than I know about myself.
The pre-screener who you were on with for 2.5 hours before you let them go.
Oh, we had the most delightful conversation, my darling. Oh, my oyster.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells so bad. But I love that color.
Again, that number is on the screen.
I lost the pearl. It slipped out somewhere. I don't know. My cat got it.
You should probably get her off the phone before she keeps talking about where else she's putting her oyster.
Suzanne.
Oh, I think my cat's knocking around that pearl somewhere, but that oyster is so beautiful.
Here we have Callie. Callie calling in from West Texas.
No, I'm from Arkansas. What you talking about, West Texas?
Oh, I'm sorry. My notes are wrong, Callie.
Oh my goodness, no, I'm from Arkansas.
Are you gonna say oh my stars again?
No, I don't say oh my stars. That's some Texan.
Okay, we have to bleep that. Callie, we've been selling pearls for...
my name's not Callie, it's Calendar.
Where did you get your name, Callie? Calendar.
Oh, my name is real special. My mama, she was giving birth to me. She was gonna name me after the month I was born, but she done point at the calendar, and my daddy, he a Dumbo. He done wrote down what she pointing at, which was Calendar. They was gonna name me April.
April. What's your favorite month of the year?
June. I love them hot summer months. Get out there on the pontoon. My neighbor's pontoon. I can't afford no pontoon. I spent all my money on these beautiful pearls.
Calendar, what are you going to do with all these pearls? You basically bought the rest of the supply that we have here at QVC headquarters.
You know what I'm going to do with those pearls? I'm going to set me up a Facebook account. I'm going to sell them pearls on Facebook Live. I'm going to make me a profit.
Do you have a large following, or what is your strategy for selling these pearls?
I'm just going to lie up a storm. I'm going to say they the freshest and the most beautiful, darling pearls you ever did see.
Well, they are pretty fresh, aren't they?
Oh, you tell me. This is your stock. I'm just the supplier at this point. I'm just going to resell those babies like hotcakes.
But they're cold and moist.
Calendar, everybody. Do you have a... I think she's gone. Okay, she just hung up the phone. I have no idea where she went. She was really eager to get on Facebook Live, I guess.
You know, you're familiar with those pearl parties, right?
I fucking love those. That's where I thought you were going with this. I thought you were going with like...
Yeah, I hate those so much. I'm blocked from most of them because I just send a bunch of frown faces because they sell garbage pearls. I could go on and on. I've done so much research on pearls.
You're calling out how some of the colors of pearls that they have are artificially planted before they got the chance to grow.
They're dyed, and the colors scratch off because they're not real. It's dye. I mostly don't get into fights. I do just get blocked because I'll get into the Pearl Party live feeds and then I'll start asking the questions that they don't want to hear, which are, what type of oysters are these? And they always say they're Akoya, which is not a species that creates these colors that they're trying to sell. So they're clearly planting these beads, which they do. They plant these perfectly circular beads into these oysters, shell them into dead Akoya shells, and then they, quote, open them live on camera, which they're basically just pressure sealed shut shells with these dyed and processed pearls inside. And they're embalmed in embalming fluid. It's such a scam. And then they go on to say like, oh my gosh, oh, Becky, this is yours. And they open it live and they're like, oh, Becky, this is a good one. And then they measure it and they're like, oh, 7.2. This one's worth $80. But they spent $5 on a pearl shuck because, you know, it's a little garbage pearl. So I go in there and I get blocked because I'm asking questions and they don't know the answer to them. So they block me. Did I tell you about my idea? I've always wanted to do like a fake pearl party where I just have like a can of smoked oysters.
Yes.
And then I like draw a name and I'm like, oh, who's next? Candace, this one's your shuck. And then I just crack open a can of smoked oysters and then I pull out like a goopy. I'm like, oh, it's beautiful. It's so goopy, Candace. This one's worth $95. Oh, let me show you what it looks like on our perfect pendant piece. And then I'll like stick a necklace through it and like put this goopy oyster on my neck. Oh, let me just model it for you. Oh, see, and it's so wet. It's getting my shirt all gross.
You got to put it in one of those baskets of like white sand that they put the pearls in, and then like you like lay down this like sloppy oyster, and it's like, oh my god, how darling,
gorgeous. I would put this one in our beautiful moment ring, and then I'll just like stick it on my finger. Like, oh, that's what it would look like. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so goopy. Oh, it smells so fresh.
Have we gotten the call from that
Ken?
No.
Ken from Dave and Buster's did not call us back.
Ken.
He definitely let us down. Donald, should you call as Greg to follow up?
Yeah, you do follow up.
Thank you for calling Dave and Buster's Cleveland. This is Josh speaking. Can I help you?
Hi there. This is Greg following up about a call I made last week about animatronics. I have about 4 or 5 animatronics over in Parma at the Chuck E. Cheese. I'm the general manager at the Chuck E. Cheese. I was wondering if Ken had a chance to look at that.
Ken is not in. I have no idea. I can transfer you to his voicemail, and you can leave him a voicemail.
I can leave him a voicemail?
Yeah.
Oh, great. I didn't even realize that was a possibility. Thanks a lot.
Yes. Leave him that voicemail.
Sorry.
Ken
is not available. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hi there, this is Greg with Chuck E. Cheese in Parma. I'm following up with a message that I left one of your managers last week about 4 or 5 animatronics that I have over here at the Chuck E. Cheese location that our corporate office is decommissioning. I was wondering if you had a chance to think about the offer, or if you had to potentially purchase them, or you were even interested at all. I can be reached at 515-957-1796. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. That's that personal touch. We just got right into his voicemail brain. He's totally going to call back. That sicko definitely wants these babies. We have a question that was sent into our Gmail. weareRhonda@gmail.com. Dear Rhonda, every year, a group of me and 3 other guys I served with go on a trip to go camp and hike and hang out. This year, one of my friends suggested that the next trip we bring our girlfriends. I love my girlfriend to death, but I just don't think it's a good idea to bring each other's girlfriends. Sincerely, lost in the woods of life.
You tell all of their girlfriends that there will be no Wi-Fi and there's no shopping that you can do in the forest. So how else are these women going to enjoy themselves if they're not shopping, if they're not texting, and if they're not complaining to their other girls?
Also, there's no shoes. There's no mirrors to put on your makeup.
There's no brunch bars. What are you going to do on the weekend?
Hike and camp. What girl doesn't like camping and hiking and swimming and climbing? Those are like my favorite verbs.
I have real advice. Sit down with your girlfriend. Take this as a moment to have some real communication. Tell her, babe, you know that I go on this camping trip with the guys every year. I know that you probably feel a little bit left out when I'm gone. I'm not inviting you again this year because it's really just a gay thing.
Ever seen the movie Brokeback Mountain? It's just like that, babe. It's bro time. It's like dude time.
Right.
He's served with these guys. They want to just catch up. It's probably like a thing where they're all living in different areas. If you're stationed together, they probably met in like a boot camp type deal. So they're probably from different parts of the country. They get together once a year. Maybe it's a good idea to have a separate trip where you do bring your girlfriends.
That's a great idea. Like a 4th of July grill out or just like midsummer grill
Take
camp.
the girls to Pensacola, Florida, where you'll find the most beautiful beaches. Get in your hot air balloon with all your guys and their girls and just fly.
But the girls have to ride in their own balloon. Boys only in this balloon. Yeah, have a separate event.
Yeah, just a totally separate event.
If the girlfriends get along, why not let them have their own thing?
Oh, yeah, they could go alone while you guys are going to your thing and go hiking. They can go brunching.
We all know how women get. Women cannot hang around one another. They're just gonna fight. Girls are just not made to hang out with each other.
Okay, fine. Get them a day pass to a boxing ring so they can beat the shit out of each other.
That's good. Oh, Ladies Fight Club.
Ladies Fight Club.
That's really good. I would be into that.
Or let's say in the world where women have their own opinions and interests that are separate from the ideas that men project onto them. Let's say if that's like we're in that weird world, you can take them to participate in an activity that you guys both equally enjoy.
Branson. Straight people love Branson.
What's that?
Branson, Missouri.
Oh boy.
It's like the Las Vegas of the Midwest.
Basically. Or it's like the Niagara Falls of the Midwest. Well, his question actually was, what can he tell his buddy who suggested that the girls come?
Oh, so he's trying to tell his boyfriends that this is not a good idea.
Right.
I think the only answer is to just wear them out sexually in the week leading up to the trip. Like completely make it just too much and then be like, okay, bye, I'm leaving for a week. And they'll be like, oh God, thank you.
Wait, to his buddy?
No, to the girlfriend. Oh, no. Shit.
No.
I misunderstood. Sorry.
He's trying to... I'm so confused. You're going to want to sex your friend up so hard that he couldn't possibly want to see his girlfriend.
Dude, there's so much that we've been through that they can't understand. And I just want to be there blowing you in the woods.
And how can I blow you in the woods when she's in the woods?
Yeah.
Let's keep this our tradition. Maybe we can suggest to our girlfriends starting a new tradition. Boy time sounds pretty important.
Introduce the boys to Adam Rippon on this camping trip, and they will never need another female ever again.
Answered.
There you go. Adam Rippon. And then they'll understand, oh, no girlfriends. This is a no girlfriends week.
Do we have another question? Barbie gave us some questions. I like the one that was like, how do I write a good wedding thank you note?
You don't.
Okay.
I would send out "You're welcome" notes.
Yeah, exactly. That's the right answer. You're welcome.
You're welcome for the meal and the cake and the fun times.
Yeah, and you're welcome. You got to witness the summation of our love.
Yeah. And then I would send a pre-addressed envelope and say, if you have a thank you to send me.
But don't you already think that holiday cards are basically your welcome notes?
You're welcome for knowing me.
Yeah.
This is me, remember? You're welcome. You're welcome that I sent you this.
Are we still on that same question with the girlfriends?
No.
No.
Oh, we're answering your sister's question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't send a thank you note. Send a you're welcome note.
Mm-hmm. Send out your welcome notes.
We should find a game that we can play.
Yeah, let's play a game. I'm going to give you guys 2 words, and we're going to come up with the definition for these 2 words.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Sincerity dolphin.
It's when you messed up in your relationship, and so you need to apologize. Instead of buying a bouquet of flowers, you buy a bouquet of one dolphin, and you have it delivered to their doorstep, and they open their door because the dolphin delivery man just rang the doorbell, and you open the door, and there's a just dying dolphin on your doorstep.
Next one. Fish muffler.
That's a sex move. That's definitely a sex move.
That's when your fish is too loud.
So you fuck it.
No, Eli. So you put a muffle on it.
And that muffle is your dick.
You muffle the fish with the fish muffler.
So when your fish is coming to the surface and like kissing the air way too much, like in the night.
But it does it, and it's so loud, and you're trying to sleep,
you place your balls on the lips of the fish.
Bench encounter.
That sounds like a porn film.
That's when you're just walking along, minding your own business, and you stub your toe on a bench, and you say, "Sorry, bench encounter."
No, I'm sorry, Michelle. I don't share this sentiment. I have never said sorry to anything I've stubbed my toe on.
Oh.
I have only yelled profanity at the innocent objects that stood in my way.
I'm about 50-50.
How about debris sauce?
It's my favorite sauce from Arby's. It's like at Dairy Queen, they have the Blizzard, but at like local ice cream parlors, they can't have Blizzard because it's trademarked, so they call it the Tornado. And then you get your debris sauce smothered all on top of that. And it's like a chocolatey, nutty, nougaty sauce just full of all the bits and pieces from the counter that they just scrape up. Debris sauce.
These are all being randomly generated, by the way. And I just got hot skank.
What else needs to be said? Innocent mayonnaise.
Oh.
What's innocent mayonnaise?
Innocent mayonnaise is all mayonnaise.
Miracle Whip.
Oh, yeah. Innocent mayonnaise is Miracle Whip.
Clotted plop.
That's mayonnaise.
Serotonin quest.
Just my brain.
Finger panda. What you have to do to a panda.
To get to the next level of panda.
Ooh, I like this one. This one could close us out.
Dinosaur cobbler. That's just someone who makes shoes for dinos.
Or it's what's on the menu at My Jurassic Park.
Wow.
Thanks for joining us today, everyone.
It's been an episode. Welcome to the end of We Are Rhonda.
My friend Justin has his own radio show. Justin's 20th episode of his radio show is going to be this coming Sunday, April 22nd, which is also my birthday. So I am going to be on his show. He's inviting back all of his past guests. It's going to be a 2-hour show, so you can check that out. His website is ihearic.com. If you're not in Iowa City, if you want to listen live, the website is krui.fm.
And I will be featured on the next episode of Dateline, in which Chris Hansen pays me an unexpected visit at a house I thought was mine.
Leave a review and call us at 515-957-1796, y'all. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.